Porque la verdad te buscará, te perseguirá y te encontrará.
Hey, Sayers, XBC here. So welcome with another Am I the A-Hole subreddit thread for this day. And also, watch my new Valo. I hope you'll enjoy this one. Am I the A-Hole for making my sister sick after she kept copying me? I, 17 female, have a sister, 13 female, who recently started copying me a lot. First, I tried not to care because I know that she's a kid and that she just looks up to me. But then she started completely copying my style. Like, I never really wear skirts, so she donated all of hers and bought a bunch of jeans instead. She also got rid of all her pastel clothes because I mostly wear dark colors. Then she started straightening her hair more. Then she started redoing her new room. Earlier this year, our parents let us both have completely makeovers on our rooms, and I had a beige scheme going on, and she had a blue one going on. But recently, with her saved up allowance, I guess she's been buying new stuff for her room that matches mine, like the exact same beige lampshade and rug. I tried telling my parents, but they told me it wasn't that big of a deal. So I tried ignoring it, but when she started copying how, would, and when I ate, which kind of worries me because I don't eat much in the day, but I'll be making ramen at 3 a.m. when everyone's asleep, including her. When I told this to my parents, they said it doesn't matter, so I decided to see how far the copying would go. I made chicken and sweet corn pasta, which we all know she hates, as well as heated up a pizza for dinner. So when I sat at the table and had a plate of pasta, so did she. After a while, I noticed she looked crazy and told her to chill on the pasta, and she could have the pizza if she wanted, but she said, "You can eat the pizza. I'm not enjoying the pasta," and continued to eat it. Later that night, she was sick, and my parents came to lecture me about making my sister sick for fun. I didn't do it, but now I'm wondering if I am the a-hole. No, you're not the a-hole. Am I the a-hole for telling my sister and brother-in-law to leave for their attitude about my fiancé who used to be their sitter? 4 years ago, my sister hired my fiancé, Chen, 28 female, to be a babysitter for my two nephews. We met a couple times when I, 27 male, came over. Then, when we all went on a family cruise, my sister invited her to come. They paid for her room and everything. So their deal was Jen would tag along with us during the day to help with my nephews. Then in the evening, she was free to do whatever. A couple nights, we hung out in one of the bars or went to see a show with just the two of us because my family would also go do their own thing. We spent the night together once during the cruise, and that resulted in us becoming parents. Obviously, my sister wasn't happy because once Jen was later into her pregnancy, she had to stop working. I hope to take care of her and our son until she finished her last semester of college to get her master's. My sister blames me for having to find a new sitter because she expected Jen to work for them at least until oldest was 12, but that will be another 2 years from now. Jen even told her she was never gonna stay with them that long. Her getting pregnant just meant she had to stop working for them a year earlier than originally planned. You'd think after 3 years they wouldn't still be all bitter about it, but they are. Sometimes they even ask her to help with the kids, but obviously she says no because we have work and a super energetic 3-year-old to run after. I proposed to Jen earlier this month. She said yes, and when we had everybody over to announce us getting married, first thing they both said is they hope we don't expect a gift from them because we still owe them for that cruise. Not even a congrats or anything. And what they said is BS because Jen did the job she was supposed to during the day on the cruise, and she had the freedom to do whatever she wanted after ours. Me and my mom told her to stop it already. Later, when we were all talking about the wedding, we mentioned it not being child-free, as in kids will be there. My brother-in-law asked if they could bring a sitter to watch the kids there, and my sister right away says, "But don't ask this one," in front of my 3-year-old and our whole family. Jen looked really uncomfortable. She took my son to the living room so I could tell my sister to shut up about something that happened years ago already. If she still wants to be hung up on it like an effing brat, giving attitude and not show more respect for my fiance, then get the hell out of my house. She looked really red and like she wanted to say more, but they got up to leave. Ever since, she won't stop claiming I'm a jackass because she's allowed to be pissed all she wants. It didn't give me a right to throw her out like trash according to her, but I'm trying not to let it get to me. But also just curious if I was one here. Am I the a-hole for not making my daughter apologize to my wife? So I, 32 male, have my daughter 15 from a previous relationship in high school. My wife 30 and I have two sons, 5 and 3 together. We're planning a family vacation in June to go to Florida including my daughter. A couple days ago, when my daughter was staying over, we were discussing what we were planning on doing while on vacation, and my wife wanted to go to SeaWorld. My daughter said, "You guys can go. I'm not going to SeaWorld though. I'll stay at the hotel." My wife said, "Why?" So my daughter explained she isn't a fan of seeing animals in a tiny space. But if you guys want to, that's on you. My daughter has always loved animals, especially marine life, so I wasn't surprised. I know she's watched documentaries on SeaWorld, but after that, my wife was clearly mad and my daughter made up her mind and wasn't participating in SeaWorld. Later, my wife got mad and said I need to make her go since we're the adults and we're taking her on this trip, and that my daughter needs to apologize to her. I told her I'm not making my daughter go and she doesn't have to apologize if she doesn't want to. She said we can't leave a 15-year-old at a hotel by herself. So I said I'll stay with her, you can take the boys. I'm not a big fan of SeaWorld anyway. She said she can't believe me and I'm raising someone entitled and I'm being an a-hole. And that's not right. I'm willing to stay with my daughter than be with my real family. I just told her my daughter has been in my life longer than her and our sons, and we've barely talked since then, but she still thinks I'm the a-hole in this situation. So, am I the a-hole?